Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 3, and I am your lovely illuminator, your visionary, Engineer 256. So, right now, we are still stuck at 7 science. And we have a problem. Right now. We have a big problem. Because if we go here, over to our lovely research center, you'll see this guy, the Polar Express. Poor Jebediah is stuck out in space. No fuel. Right here, I'll pull it up. No fuel or anything like that. So, right now, his orbit is slowly decaying. Because I said in the last episode I'd figured out. It is very slowly decaying. So, what I may do is let it decay a bit. Because you can see it's moving really slowly. Actually, I think it's stabilized. Which is not good. Because if it's stabilized, here, let's time warp here. If it's stabilized, then that means that, oh wow. A bit of lag. We're in atmosphere, so let me go back to staging. And you'll see we are close to the planet, relatively. But, yeah, there's Jebediah right there. He's all happy about this. I mean, he's got his tiny viewport right there. He's got all this junk. I mean, pulling up the throttle, it does nothing. But, yeah. So, basically our problem right now is, do we want to wait it out? Because if our let me zoom in here. Okay, as you can see, it's slowly falling, and I do mean slowly. And so what I believe I'm gonna do is, on next pass, is I'm gonna try and get him home with EVA fuel. It's a very dangerous proposition, and I don't know if it'll work or not. So I may try and wait this out, see what happens. What is that? Oh, this is Polar Express. Yeah, this was added in the newest update. But, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait it out and see if we're falling fast enough. Because if we start picking up in speed of how fast we're falling, then I'll wait it out. If we don't, I'm going to try and make it home on EVA fuel. So, I will catch you guys in a minute. Hiya guys, and welcome back. We've been here for a little while. I actually walked away, and it's been about an hour and a half, and our orbit is actually calmed down quite a bit. I don't know why, but our periaps and our apoaps moved a little bit, but I'm not going to complain. So, I'm thinking when we come around, this, if I remember atmosphere calculations right, is actually in atmosphere. So, hopefully the gravitational pull will be able to pull us down, land on the pole, oh god, land on the pole, and we can do our science was there. We're not going to be able to do as much because I've used both goo containers, and though I might be able to grab. That's interesting. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some kind of hinky science mongering. I didn't want to do this, but I want to make sure that we can get as much science as possible on this mission. So, what I'm going to do is first we're going to EVA. And we're going to turn around. Then we're going to click on the... Oh, wait. We're going to take the data. We're going to collect the data. Oh, man. I guess we can't. Oh, well. That's okay. I guess we'll still be able to collect the sample and such. So, yeah. It's not too bad. It's just I would want to be able to do the goo experiment again. But that's okay. So we're going to go back to our orbit map, and check our orbit. Is that still slowly falling? Oh my. Yeah, that's right. Oh. It's kind of gaining. That's not good. Let's time warp a bit here. All right. Time warp 50. Is that dropping? No. Wait. Yes. Yes, it's dropping, and quickly. All right. Since I've already activated. Right. I activated the parachute. Right. Parachute is active. Yes, it is active. So, yeah. So we should come back on the pole and be able to do that cool science. So, yeah. Let's look at our orbit. Zoom in. We may not get there this come around, but we should get there in the next come around. So I'm going to leave it on until we get to periaps. If we pass periaps and we're not dropping as fast as I'd like, then I'll stop the recording, because I don't think you want to sit here and let me talk about how astronauts poop in space. So, yeah. If this doesn't drop fast... Oh, wow, we're getting significant drop now. Let me come here. All right, we're not getting any in-atmosphere effects yet. So, that's good. Yeah. All right. So, basically, this is playing the waiting game. But as you can see, our meter rate is dropping drastically. So, yeah. If we can do this great, then that'll be good. Alright. So, I'm going to time warp a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean times 4. And hopefully... Well, it's you can actually see it dropping. It's pretty interesting. Alright, the apoaps and the periaps should trade places if we actually are going to hit the atmosphere, which it seems like we are. As you can see, they're trading places here. And, oh, good. Oh my gosh, yay. We're going to land on the pole? Maybe, hopefully, please. I'd like to. I mean, if we have to, we'll walk there. It's not a big deal, but yeah, we're definitely hitting there. Okay, let me turn off the time warping. Let me come over here. Oh, yep, and we're getting atmospheric effects. So that is good. We have successfully saved him playing the waiting game. Let me turn off SAS because we don't want to completely deplete our electric charge. And hopefully, with all the science that we got, and thus far I have a total of, I believe, 36 science, plus the surface sample we'll get from here, and we'll plant a flag. So, yeah, we should get plenty of science in order to get more stuff on the tech tree. We're barely going to make it onto the pole, but that's okay. If I had added a beautification mod, which I'm not going to add any mods this time around, maybe next season, if this does gangbusters. What was that? Oh, anyway, so, yeah, I'm not going to add any mods, but if there was a beautification mod, because of how it renders at the North Pole, which I'm assuming is around here, there would be a really swirly, kind of cool looking effect with the clouds. It's actually really interesting. Alright, yeah, we're definitely landing on the ice packs, which is good. I hope we unlock some other tier equipment. Let me press the G button, which will activate our landing gears, which is good. So, yes. Alright, so the parachute, yep, I was about to say the parachute should open any minute. And let me time warp down to the surface just a little bit. I gotta be careful with this, because if we time warp too quickly, we'll end up blowing stuff up. And we don't want to blow stuff up. Blowing stuff up is bad. Alright, now I'm gonna stop it here. We are at 1. Yes, we are at 1. Whoop. And there we are. That's us. Alright, crew report. 1.5 science. It's better than no science. Alright, we're going to EVA. Oh, that may be a bit too tall to get back in. EVA report. This is the most precarious situation. Of course it is. That's 5.6 science. Keep that data. And we'll actually leave the lander here. Ragdoll. You can do it, Jebediah. You're good. Alright. So we're going to run over here a little bit. Take a surface sample. This isn't really solid ground, is it? You got a sample, but feared to dig any deeper because the startling cracking sounds the ice made. You're trying not to think of how you landed here. And that's 9 science. So keep that data. We're also going to do... Will this overwrite? Yeah, I want to overwrite it. Go ahead. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? Keep that data. Plant a flag. Because flags are good. Alright, and we're going to call this one To the Pole. Alright, so what we're going to do after this is try and get back into the pod, and if we can't do that, then we're just going to recover him and get back to the KSC. So, yeah. Alright, so let's kind of run over here. The ladder's right there. So, let me try and use... No, I don't think we're going to make it. Come on! Oh, God, we hit our head. Yeah, we're not going to make it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recover him, and he's considered a vessel. So, yeah. I will be right back, guys. Alright, guys, we're back after loading for a little bit. There's a bit of a problem we have. Science summary for Jebediah Kerman, not the Polar Express. We only have 2 experiments. And those were both only 2.0 science. So we're up to 18 science, not as much as I'd want. And we can't even get any of the research nodes. This is an issue. So what I'm going to have to do is send up another mission to get science. And once we get that science, because namely, let me try and find it here. I do not see it. What we need is jet engines in order to send a jet up there, grab the science from that, and get more science. Because science is good, great, amazing. So yeah. Though, I do have an idea. I don't know if I like this idea, though. I'm gonna try it anyway. Alright. When it comes to rockets, I'm a bit of a mad scientist. We're in the spaceplane hangar, by the way. So what I'm going to try to do here, since now that we have landing legs, is build something of a rocket. But not a normal rocket. A vertical rocket. Or a horizontal, should I say. Not vertical. Now, this in and of itself presents an issue because we don't have real wings. We have these winglets. So most of this is going to be all that. I'm going to try and give us as much thrust as possible. And, oh, let me get out of symmetry mode. And I'm going to try and send this up to the pole. And grab that science. Because I really want that science. I want that science. A lot. Alright. So we're going to put those about there. Because the more science we can get, the better. I'm also going to grab this. Jam that on there. And I'm going to add a bit of a drogue chute system. Just in case. So yeah. And this is where it gets a bit funky. Kind of like that flag back there. Oh wait, I have two. Let me turn that off. We're going to use these like wheels. Because we don't have wheels right now. We only have landing struts. So I'm going to improvise with the tools at hand. Last time I tried this, the game crashed. I didn't try it during this episode, but I tried it nonetheless. So hopefully it doesn't crash, because I'm on a different computer. And we can launch. If not, I don't know. So we'll name this one Experimental Space Plane. Space plane. Alright. And let's not send Jebediah, because he's kind of tired from being out there. Let's send Bill Kerman. He can be our space plane fanatic. Though this is more of a rocket with mod science attached to it. But that's science nonetheless, and we're great. Yeah. So we're going to save this and launch. Yeah. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. I honestly do not know. It might. Or it might not. And there's our piece of work. Alright. So what I'm going to try and do here is activate the engine and... Oh my. Okay. Yeah. That didn't work. So we're gonna recover the vessel. And I have another idea. And we're gonna try that. Yes, we got 0.1 science, but we still only have 18 science. That's okay. All right. So let's come here. Come here. Why won't it let me grab that? All right, there we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. All right, I have an idea. I don't know how well it's gonna work though. So let's drag those back a bit. Those up a bit. You remember those radial decouplers? We're gonna use them. But not in the normal sense. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna attach SRBs to the side. Let me get the rotation right here. We're gonna attach these to the side. See if we can get this thing into space. Ugh, I don't like that. Come on, fix yourself. Come on. Okay, don't shame yourself. Right. So what I'm gonna try and do here, using the tweakables, is can we attach? Thank you. Is set these to about 20 thrust. 21, 20. Okay. Is this the same? Yes, it is. All right. Experimental space plane V2. I also think I screwed up on the staging. So yeah. So we're gonna save it right here and actually check our staging. So those will go, then that, and then our rocket. And then our drogue chutes. And then our main chute. Alright, so we're going to save and launch. Right. So, we have an issue, and we're going to get it solved. But not in this episode. So I've been Engineer 256, fly experimentally, and fly effectively. This is Engineer, and I'm out.